signed a new 2-year deal with the club. What was the reasons behind staying at Blythe Spartans?
It's probably just being Blythe Spartans, to be honest with you. And I think what we've done last year, I still feel as there's a little bit of unfinished business as such, but with not reaching the playoffs, I would still like to try and get there at some stage. But I think, like I've said a couple of times, this club probably is in the league where it should be at this moment in time. And I just want to make sure I can sustain it here and have another good go at it next year. And me having a 2-year contract probably shows that I'm willing to work hard for it, and hopefully I can attract players then by showing that I'm committed to Blythe. So them's the reasons behind it, and I enjoy it here. Got a great relationship with the board and the players and the fans, and hopefully we can go on from a bit more success. But at this moment in time, it's going to be a rebuilding job again next year.
It was good success last year, and was it important to carry it on this season, or is it sort of, like you said before, stabilising, or what's the plans for next season? The
plans next season is to be stabilised again in this league. It's going to be extremely tough, probably tougher in all honesty. Bearing in mind we've lost Hutchie, that's the big miss for me, is because he's probably one of the most consistent performers, and we lost Nipper for half a season last year. Hopefully we can keep him fit. So I probably need 3 or 4 new players alongside the squad now, and you look at the other teams that have come down, the teams that are coming up, the teams that are turning full time this year. It's going to be extremely tough for us to probably do what we've done this year, but it doesn't mean that we're not going to try and do that and try and aim for the playoffs. But realistically, staying in this league is a priority for Blythe Spartans.
Will it be a big summer ahead next year? Seeing as Dave McTean and Joe Gorman have been released.
There's only them 2 that will be leaving at this moment in time. Obviously we lost David Atkinson, but that was more to do with the lad wanting to leave, because we'd certainly want to keep him, but the figure that we got offered from the Iceland club was too much to turn down.
As well as signing players, how important was it to keep the likes of Jarrett and players like that?
That's the biggest thing for me, is trying to keep the lads here, and that's one thing I'd done last year when I give them all contracts, and I think the chairman was a little bit shocked that I'd give them all contracts. And this is what happens when you're in the National League North now. You've got to do it properly, and if I didn't have some of these lads on contracts, they would have been away within 7 days to clubs higher up because of the performances this year. But one thing I did do is I made sure I had options on them, and it was in the club's favour. So I knew that these lads were going to be here next year if I wanted to keep them, and that's what I've done with the majority of the squad, because they've done exceptionally well last year. And if I can add 4 or 5 bodies that I would like to, I think we'll have a real good go again. Not an opportunity or a chance of getting the playoffs, it'll just have a really good go and quite a successful season again.
A large amount of your playing budget comes down to the 1899 club. How much would you encourage fans to start investing that to help you to push on this team?
That's something that this club needed, and we chatted about it last year, where we could get extra funds from to help bring players in, help keep players as such when clubs are coming in for them. And Ian Evans come up and bringing back the 1899 club, which is a great idea, but at the minute we're still not getting, I'm not saying we're not getting enough, but there's still loads more potential for it to get even bigger and better. I think we're busy discussing things now about adding different prizes and adding different things out so we can encourage more and more members to join up. And at the end of the day, it's the fans. If them contribute towards that, and them are contributing to bringing better quality players into this football club, and gives us a better opportunity of either reaching the playoffs or being nice and sustainable in this league, which is where we should be quite comfortably. But we do need the fans, and it sounds as though we're begging at times, but unfortunately that's what non-league clubs do. You look at the other clubs in this region, your Spenny, your Darlington, even though them have got their funds coming in, they're still hiring more and more money, and they're still asking for the fans to raise more funds to help them, and that's what we've got to start doing up here. And I appreciate that they pay their money to come and watch the lads, and hope that goes straight on the budget, but any help that the fans can do, if they can buy another one, if they can buy for a friend, whatever, a family member, get them involved, and it will be spent wisely. And that's one thing that I can guarantee, the money here is spent wisely, and they do get looked after properly. So we just like to appeal to the fans to try and buy as many 1899 memberships as they can, and that will help us be where we want to be.